बेताब हमारे दिल में एक मस्ती सी छाई है देश अलविदा तुझको कहने की घड़ी आई है। महकेंगे तेरी फिजा में हम बन के हवा का झोंका, किस्मत वालों को मिलता ऐसे मरने का मौका।
Jai Hind everyone, welcome to the Patriotic IAS and happy Republic Day to all of you. Let's start our discussion on the Hindu. The basic area that we are going to take, we will start with the first news, that is with respect to the tussle between the ED and the state that is continuously going on. The second thing is that we have find some of the new tone in this Gyanvapi site, and ASI report says that there exists a temple. So let's see that what is going on. There is the huge crisis, that how the government is going to take this issue and what is society going to face this issue. Already we have seen such things. So let's see. Then we will further study the Mullaperiyar dam, that is the tussle between the main cause for the tussle between the Tamil Nadu and the Kerala, because this is in the territory of the Kerala, but the operation and the maintenance right is with the Tamil Nadu, and there is also so many conflict between the two. Further, we will study the Padma Bhushans, Vibhushans and other award that has been provided. We will go into the brief here, but you should go through those artists where they have worked in the area. Further, we will study there is the report survey from the Education Ministry, and this is about the higher education enrollment that has rose. There has been the better performance for the women, for the SC/STs, for the other rural regions and backward regions. So this is good news. In the editorial page, there is news with respect to the constitutional ethos. So it's talking about how the Republic of India, after 75 years, how what was the basic constitute that our founding father wanted to inculcate within the people and leader of the India. So all this is being discussed here. Then we will study the India's Research Institute needed top level collaboration in the context of the recent scheme by the union government, that is the Vaibhav scheme, Vaibhav fellow scheme, that want to attract the Indian diaspora to the India. After that, in the same editorial page, it has mentioned that the opposition MPs and parliamentary disruption. So here it is being discussed that how the role of the opposition MPs become crucial to bring the healthy discussion, debate, and the formulation of the bills and acts. So that has been discussed with the so many facts and data from the recent debates and the recent leaders, MPs into the parliament. Further, the next article is with respect to the government must offer fair wage to the end the service delivery line. This is the headline. This had discussed with this in context of the Andhra Pradesh, and there was the protest from the Anganwadi, and that's why this article talking about what are the role of this last mile connection with the with respect to the delivery and the person who is getting these schemes of the government. So their importance is very high. That's why we should care about this service man, these last mile personalities and our workers who can connect with the people, and they have a lot of responsibility. All that has been discussed in this. Further, we will discuss this article with respect to the no snowfall in the Kashmir. This is in the context of the change in the climate, as well as we will study the geographical phenomena. So this is associated with geography as well as the GS paper 1. Both will involve in this. GS paper 1 geography as well as GS paper 3 environment. After that, we will study, this is very important news article with respect to this dispute over the AMU minority status, and here the discussion is that there is the confusion with respect to the what are the criteria that should be there whenever we are going to test a educational institute is minority institute or not. So this article has provided a very detailed information with respect to this. After that, there is the movie that has been in the debate, Annapurni, and here there is some of the right-wing organization, they are protesting. So we will study, there is very beautiful fact in this article with respect to the history, that there is only one deity, and that is from the Muslims. So we will study, this is very good with respect to the historical fact as well as the societal fact as well as the freedom of expression with respect to the artistic expression. So GS paper 1, GS paper 2, both are included in this. In the last, we will study the impact of this Red Sea attack by the Houthis and impact on the trade across the world. And this article particularly talk about the Indian context. So this include with the this connect with the GS paper 3 economic section. So all this will be part of the discussion. Let's start with the most important news that I want to discuss is with respect to this AMU. So a lot of information has been provided. So we will start directly from this news. Okay, so let's, yeah, this is here. I hope this is visible. Not visible. Okay, now it's visible. So what's it all about? This talks about the discussion, the claim, the debate that is going in the Supreme Court with respect to the minority status of this AMU. And this is very old case. So first of all, you should know that where this minority institutes comes. It comes with this Article 30. Article 30 of Indian Constitution, that is that provide the fundamental rights of the people as well as the group. So here it is talking about that Article 30 provide for the right to establish this minority institution, and clause 2 talk about that the government cannot discriminate while providing the grant to this institution. So here it's Article 30 that has been discussed. You should know the history of this Aligarh Muslim University. So it was established by the Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, a very prominent Muslim reformer. He wanted to provide the modern education to the Muslims as well as bring the values of Islam in the education. Otherwise, it was got corrupted, because when whenever the new religion comes, it comes with the reform agenda, but gradually the conservative part of the society that capture and deform the religion. So he wanted to bring the religion with the values, the Islamic values, and the way Muhammad Pagambar wanted to communicate to the people. So this is all about. So what are the issue? The issue is that it was this university was started with this Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, okay, and after that in 1920 it was provided with the university. So the act was that Aligarh Muslim University, and this college, Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, was included with the other college in the vicinity, and they brought it under a single university. But it provided for a separate court, university court. Here it has mentioned university court, that will decide its administration and management. And it's brought that it will promote this act, 1920 act. This act provided that it will provide the promotion of the interest of the Muslims, and also it's provide that this university court is a body, administrative body, that will decide how to manage, how to administer. And this act 1920 include that only Muslim will be part of this court. So that's why this is the main case. Now the Aligarh Muslim University that is contesting that yes, Aligarh this university, Muslim University, is the minority status with respect to this sect, because this has provided to promote the interest of Muslim, as well as the body that will administer will be represented by the Muslims only. But the thing is that later in 1950, when India got freedom, so there was the change in this act, and now we will remove this, that only Muslim education will be there, and this part was removed, and the amendment also removed that only the Muslim representation will be in the court. So this is the first amendment. Later in the 1951 it was amended. Okay, so it removed the compulsory religious education of the Muslims and exclusive Muslim representation. The first removal amendment was that. The second amendment further came into the 1965. In the 1965, in this amendment further it was made the neutral with respect to religion, as it brought that the this power of court to administer these bodies, particularly the selection of this board will be nominated by the President of India. Okay, so that's why nomination also goes. Now the President can appoint anyone. It doesn't confine to the Muslim member only. So that's why by this we brought this under the out of the minority status. So there was the challenge of this amendment. This amendment, it was in the S. Aziz Basa case, 1967. So the petitioner argued that since the Muslim established the AMU, they had the right to manage it. So why you are giving to the power to the president? So that's why. But in this case, the Supreme Court, that was the constitutional bench, because the 5 judge member bench was there. So whenever there is the more than 5 member in the any bench, that's become the constitutional court, constitutional bench. Okay. So here this Supreme Court rejected the argument and said that no, there is as this act was instituted by this central act, so there is no question of the minority status. So here you should here it has mentioned that it was neither established nor administered by the Muslim minority, and highlight that the act enactment through the central legislation, and that's why it should not be provided with the minority status. So due to this amendment, there was the huge protest against this verdict of the Supreme Court, and that's why the parliament amended again and clearly write that this Aligarh Muslim University is for the minority. Here the university minority status, it has provided minority status. So this matter was there was a conflict got resolved. But in 2005 there was a change. There was introduction of the 50% postgraduate reservation, the reservation for the postgraduate medical seats. And here Dr. Naresh Agrawal approached to the Supreme Court and said that no, this is not allowed, because again this is not the minority status. So here the Allahabad court, it declared this amendment of 1981 ultra vires, that it is not constitutional. This amendment is not constitutional, rejected the minority status of Aligarh Muslim University. Okay, so after the rejection, after this Dr. Naresh Agrawal case, the government and then government of 2006, that was the UPA government, and the university appealed to again to the Supreme Court that this Allahabad High Court here, it was the Allahabad High Court that that came with the verdict of the Naresh Agrawal. So here they approached that to review this verdict, and it was extended in 2016 when the BJP government came. They withdrew to challenge this. Only now the Aligarh University that is contesting this argument that Aligarh University should be given the minority status. So in this context, still let's see that if still the judgment has not, the verdict of the Supreme Court has not come out, it is about to come very soon. So it will make clarity that what are the rights and legal recognition of all minority institutions. It will bring the clarity with respect to the criteria that is needed for to achieve the minority status. So this is very important. Other thing you should know about the minority status. What are the benefit of getting the minority status? Whenever there is the minority status of any institute, then there will be the no implementation of this SC/ST OBC reservation. This is one thing. And the second thing is that they can reserve 50% of the seat of student for their community. Okay, so this is the two benefit of being minority institute. The third thing that came out of this TMA Pi Foundation case 2002, it's defined that what is the definition, how the minority will be taken. So minority is not taken with the national population, it is always taken with the concerned state. So Muslims, if it is being tested that whether the Muslim are minority in Bihar or not, it will take in the population of Bihar, and it is not the national level. The second thing is that there could be the minority, one community can be minority in one state, in the other state they can be majority. For example, Muslim can be majority in the Kashmir because the population of the Muslim are more as compared to the other community. So in that state, there could be the Hindus can be minority. So same could be the states like the Nagaland where the Christian population is high. So there could be they could be the majority in that state. So all this you can get by the this news article. So this is important. The next again. Now we will come to the first page. So this was very important. So we take it first. Now we will start with the first page. The first page, the first news article that's talk about that there is the tussle between this state and union government. Wherever there is the state government is from the opposition party, and that's why the ED is being used to, as per the states, they are being used to harass the state government. But the central government is, as per the central government, they are not harassing, they are just doing their duty. That they want to take the cases where the corruption issue has been found, and that's why this is just a plenary action of the independently ED is taking the cases if they are finding that there is some of the initial proof that there has been some misuse of the state fund or something like that. So it's start with that as the Supreme Court observation that if the pan-India mechanism to determine whether the political vendetta or the vindictiveness is a motive behind the union government to send the ED, to use the ED on official and the minister of the non-BJP ruled government or the ruled state. So here it is that the Supreme Court has observed that if the case is that it will be crisis condition for the nation, if they are going to use, union government is going to use this ED against the non-BJP ruled states, and then the retaliating, what is happening, the state is also retaliating. What the state is doing, state's government have started the arrest of the central government officer in the state. For example, if there is the officer of the central government in the Tamil Nadu police will start arresting them. So there is, the case is that ED is arresting the minister and official of the state government, where the state government has jurisdiction, they are arresting the central government officers and the officers. They don't have the power to arrest the minister, otherwise they are registering the case against the central minister as well. There was the case in Tamil Nadu, they registered the case against the minister as well, BJP, yes. So bench has expressed the concern with respect to the country. What will be the condition of the country if such cases will take place, that the state is doing against the center and center is doing using all their machinery against the state. So state and center, there will be the tussle and the people will not get the work done. The main purpose of the electing a government is to run the governance, run the administration. But if they start taking the vendetta against each other, it will be very difficult and the democracy will be in the threat. So this is the observation from the Supreme Court. And there is the mention that a case where the ED has also sought to transfer the case of the bribery against the Ankit Tiwari. There was the case in the Tamil Nadu that Tamil Nadu government filed a case against the ED official Ankit Tiwari. So this is the case being approached by the ED to the Supreme Court, because in the Tamil Nadu, whatever the ED cases has been filed, state government is not investigating and they have the blocked. So they approached to the Supreme Court asking that the state government is not cooperating, and this observation in the context of all this. Okay. So the Supreme Court said that we should explore a fair and transparent mechanism. Okay, there in the case that if there is any case, if the ED is going to file a case against the state government official or the minister, and if the such case is again, if the state government is going to file a case against the union government, so this mechanism will develop. They will test that whether there is the truth in this files, these cases or not. So it will be, there will be the speedy resolution. Supreme Court is talking about this. So by that, if it is being misused, this or this mechanism of ED or these offices of ED and state investigation mechanism or the bodies, if they are misused, what will happen? Even the genuine case where the corruption has taken place, the state government or the official start saying that there was the political vendetta. Despite the case is true, there is the corruption case, and this could be there could be the punishment for that. So that's why the Supreme Court is talking that this should not be the case that you are accusing others each other that this is the political vendetta, but real case where in the genuine corruption has taken place, they will not come out. So there should be a method where whenever the case comes, there should be the speedy investigation, and there should be the final result of this, so that the trust of the people as well can be enhanced in the this all process and the bodies. Supreme Court itself said that suppose in a given scenario, if there is some vindicative actions from their side, and a tit for tat way they have perceived the vindicative actions, and they filed against the case of the local officials. So what will happen to our federal setup? It will be not healthy relation between the center and state. As per the constitutional mechanism, they should state and union government, they should work in a their independent in sphere, and wherever there is the need of the cooperation, they will cooperate with each other. So what will happen to our country if you will break all this mechanism and safeguard? So it is very bad for our country. ED would take the cognizance of the case only if the predicate offense were scheduled in the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. This is the case. This is the law that provides a lot of power to the ED. Here it has mentioned that this PMLA that gives ED unbridled power to raid and arrest. So here this is the main issue that is the cause of concern. So all this has been mentioned in this news. So let's see what is the further development that is going. The second important news is the ASI, Archaeological Survey of India. The reports say that the temple existed in the Gyanvapi site. So they have found some of the walls of this mosque they have the previously they were the part of the temple. So that's why this is now become a very sensitive issue. Now let's see what happening. You should remember that there is always a law already that to prevent if even some of the religious site is even found that it was it was the nature of this religious site was something else. Despite there is the preservation, there is the maintenance of that site the same as it was in the 1947. So that act do not permit the conversion of the religious site, but let's see what is going on. As per this, the western wall of the Gyanvapi mosque, this is located in the Varanasi. So they have the remaining part of the pre-existing Hindu temple. Okay, so all this has given here. This has mentioned that it was converted to a religious nature during the Aurangzeb rule, and it was on the 1677 6 to 77. So this is the observation you should keep in the mind. So we will further see that what the further development is going on. Other news is not of the that much useful for the UPSC perspective, because this is about the RJD and this JDU. There is the chance that the JDU will shift its alliance partner. So this will be the fifth or sixth time that JDU is going to change its alliance. Other important news that is relevant for us we will take is from the award that has been provided. So yes, no, before the award we will see the Mullaperiyar dam. What is the status of this dam? There is always the tussle between the Tamil Nadu government and the Kerala government. The main issue is that this dam is situated in the Kerala, but there was the agreement before our independence between the Travancore, the kingdom of the Travancore, and the revenue department, that it will be provide the irrigation facility for the Tamil Nadu. So Kerala always object, because this height is for this dam. A downside there is the population, there is the residential area, and Kerala always oppose that this is the old dam. There is always chance that there will be the some of the destruction, there could be the some of the disaster cases on some of the disaster event. In that case, the life of all these people living in the downside, there will be the threat. But Tamil Nadu say that no, this is properly built, we are following all the whatever we have mentioned in the agreement, the height, the level of the height and everything. So they are not ready, and if they are doing, they have the some of the delayed response. That's why this tussle is going on. So it was the lease of the 999 years. So this is not possible in the near future that they can break this agreement. They can came out of this agreement, because it is for 990 years. So it was between the Maharaja of Travancore and Secretary of the State for the India, and it was for the Periyar irrigation work. Okay. Later it was also there was the agreement between the Tamil Nadu government and Kerala, that they will be also provide for the power generation. So this was built up in 1987 to 1995. So it is more than 100 years, and the technology has changed. That's why Kerala always ask that there should be the some of the repairing, as well as there should be the new development of a new dam, that should be the as per the modern technology. The only solution for this could be that it would be the cooperation from the both of the states that can resolve this. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to resolve. Atta Paddy irrigation project, you should remember, is associated with this, and the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal that was constituted to resolve this issue. The agreement Parambik, this is the Aliyar project agreement. So all this you need to remember. Next important news is with respect to the this Padam Bhushan and Padam Vibhushan that has been provided. So yes, what are the important area you should know? The most important area you should know that with respect to Padam Vibhushan, because they become important, they have provided to the only few. So it has given to the previous Vice President Venkaiah Naidu, then actor Chiranjeevi, then Vyjayanthimala. So she is from the Bollywood, and Bharatnatyam dancer Padma Subrahmanyam. So Padma Subrahmanyam, she has awarded with the Padam Vibhushan. These are the personality that has been provided with this. Bindeswar Pathak, he is the founder of the Sulabh International. So you should remember, you should know about the Sulabh International as well. Okay. Late actor Vijaykant M. Fatima Bibi, she was the first judge of the Supreme Court, female judge of the Supreme Court. So she has also provided. Padam Bhushan has been provided to the Togdan Rinpoche. He is the spiritual leader of the Drikung Kagyu tradition of the Ladakh. So you should be well aware of this tradition. We will take it in the our next session. One foreigner has been provided with this Padma Bhushan, Yong Liu. So he was the chairman of the Taiwan Foxam group, and they have it has helped to close relation with the India and Taiwan. Next important news that is again from the award that two personality from the border security force has been provided with the gallantry award. So this is important because they were the part of the India's mission, peace mission in the Congo. So Democratic Republic Congo. So they were the part of that, and that's why they become important. And whenever the question comes with respect to India contribution with respect to the UN, you should mention this that we have the this constable Sanwala Ram Vishnoi and Sisupal Singh. Next important news that we are going to take, this is with respect to, yes, education. And here we have the survey report with respect to the enrollment of women in the higher education. So this report is done by the government and it is under the Ministry of Education. And the name of survey is the All India Survey of on the higher education. So what is the finding? The finding is that there has been the enhanced number of the female enrollment. It has enhanced from the 4.14 crore to 4.33 crore. So you can give this data whenever you have to bring with respect to, you have to write anything with respect to the women empowerment. Further data is with respect to the SC/ST as well. There has been the enhancement in their number. So here it is the increase in 45% OBC enrollment, and the data is compared with the 2014-15. There has been also increase of the female in the PhD enrollment. So it was 0.99 lakh. Now it is the 0.99 lakh. Previously it was 0.48 lakh 10 years back. Enrollment of the ST students, that has increased 2.7 lakh. So overall you should remember that in the higher education there has been increase in the enrollment from the female SC/ST and OBC. So all this is whenever you are going to write what the government is doing for the vulnerable section, these example will help you to write effective answer. With the science and technology, one thing that we have find that these artificial skin, they are we have achieved to make the artificial skin that are more sensitive than our skin. So it is good, it will help lot of in the further future development in the developing the medicine or the surgery, because we can use all these artificially made skins for the experiment. So this is now, as per now, we have found that these artificial skins have lot of more sensitivity as compared to the normal skin. Next important news with respect to the impact of these cold waves. So these cold waves, if they are for the longer duration of the time, they can impact your asthma and bronchitis. Okay. So this is impacting. Besides that, this can also impact your blood pressure and heart rate. So a longer period of exposure to this extreme cold condition is not good for the health. So you should remember this is all about. Recently, this tribe are in the news. So look, this girl is eating the ant. So they eat the ant. And what is the name of this tribe? This tribe name is the Yanomami. And they belong from the where? Recently we have discussed. They belong from the Brazil, the Amazon forest. So why they are in the news? Because there was the mining, gold mining in the area where they resides, and their life has been impacted because their livelihood got impacted with due to these minings. That's why the government of the Brazil take a action. They banned all the mining in these area, and now they are there is the government is providing lot of support, humanitarian support to the this tribe. There was the death of at least 308 Yanomami children. So government is providing the health services as well as the services so that they can get proper livelihood as well as other services. Next important news is with respect to this. This is with respect to the constitutional ethos. So Aruna Roy and Nikhil Dey, they are famous for the movement for the right to information. They were part of the Majdoor Kisan Majdoor Shakti Sangathan. There was lot of movement. After that, in 2005, we achieved this right to information. So they have provided this. This is a bit criticism of what is going on. They are talking that the objective resolution that we passed, that was the inspiring and powerful to bring a powerful and inspiring preamble. So this made it possible, and our preamble and constitution provide lot of power to the people, and it's provide to diversity, bring the main aim and goal of our constitution is to bring the diversity. So what now it is going on, that is the one nation, one market, one color, one language, one election. So this was not the thought and aims and goal of our founding father. They wanted lot of diversity, but there should be the unity in diversity. They wanted lot of people live with a different culture. They can tolerate others if they are not going to respect others. At least their aim was to respect each other. But the thing that is going on, it is against the diversity. You are asking for the everything for the one single thing and one majority thought and ideology that is dominating. This is not good for the any of the democracy. For that talk, if you will impose a single culture or the single thought, there will be the impact that will impact on freedom to choose. Each of us have the right to choose the language, the food, the way of living. So that's why it is talking that the freedom to eat, wear, sing, think. So, but due to this imposition of majoritarian ideas, we are facing a lot of difficulty. They have provided the example that even in India, each festival have different nature. For example, Dasahara is celebrated under the Durga Pandal in the West Bengal. In the Tamil Nadu, it is the Navaratri with the dolls, and in the North India, it is the Ram Leela that is performed. So even the culture of Hindus festival, it is diverse in the different region of the India itself. What the preamble wanted, it wanted to bring the fraternity, and that fraternity should ensure that dignity of the individuals as well as unity and integrity of the nation. Means you have to respect each individual its dignity. You cannot force individual. Even if you are in the majority, you should respect the minority. So it should not be the chest thumping if you are in the power. To every Indians, this document is guarantee of our rights to live with the liberty, equality and justice. This is the part of preamble as well. And beside that, it has brought that they are criticizing the this Ram temple consecration on the 22nd of the January, that they are talking that this is what the crossing of the many of the red lines Indian constitution, with every arm of the state giving and even endorsing the violations and marginalization of secular principle, because they are talking that in this 22nd of the Ram temple consecration there was the state machinery that was involved in lot of in this, and that's why the as per the constitution talk that the government and the state should always separate from the religion. So that's why it is talking that this was the marginalization of our secular principle. They have brought the Dr. Ambedkar a famous speech where he talks that whether India will if the creed should not be above the country, otherwise again India will go into the colonization and colonization of the people who will dominate with the creed. This is not good for the independence of any country. So he talks about that the Indian place their country above their creed or the place creed above the country. So they are comparing that now the creed is getting above the country. He has brought one of the statements from the S. Radhakrishnan. He talks about that we have lot of opportunity, but let me tell you that when the power outstrips the ability, we will fall in the evil day. He's talking that when the powerful people will capture the government and they will start misusing this capacity, this will not good for the country. Our choice to constitutional republic over Hindu Rashtra has to be reasserted. So it's talking that the people with the like-minded, they should again claim the secular nature of the Indian state. We should be combined and we should oppose if there is any of the deviation from this ethos. Here it is talking about the Indian constitution. What was the thought of the our founding fathers? They were not thinking about the 5 year circle of the election or any power. They were talking about the the power of the society, the power of the people. So constitutions are to build a social democracy and to protect the view of and dignity of all, and even they are in the vulnerable and marginalized group. Weakest person should have been the focus whenever any action is taken. So constitution is talking about the yes, this government comes and goes, but the social democracy that should remain within the people. Here in the last, it is talking about the Constitutional Assembly had the wisdom and ability to understand this subcontinent and will survive only if there is the equal respect for the all citizens. So it's talk about that there is need for the tolerance in its principle, and this Vasudha Kutumbakam, this the principle that is we are talking that all world is the one. So we should also respect with the we should respect all the religion, all the thought, and all the race and their cultural, their rituals, so that we can give equal protection to the everyone and equal respect for the all of the religion. This is the all about. Next article that we are going to take is with respect to this editorial. This is talking about the scheme that government is announced. Government has announced recently this Vaibhav and Vaishvik Bharatiya Vaigyanik. So it is what is the main aim? The scientist of the Indian origin or the Indian ancestry can apply to spend 3 months in a year, 3 months in a year, and at the host research laboratory in the India. So we want the people of Indian origin, if they have gone to the foreign nation, they have got good education, they have capability, they can come and they can stay here for the 3 months in a year, and this is for the 3 years. Okay. So this will be particularly to build a long-term connection with the institute. This will help in the boosting the relationship between the those researchers and the institution, as well as it will help to collaborate with the host faculty and bring new ideas in India. Because whenever you are not updated and improve with the science and technology, you cannot compete in the economic area. That's why the main aim is to bring the reverse this brain drain. What we have known till now, that we have seen till now, that whenever there is the higher education, the person reach at the level, they generally leave the India and they search opportunity in the developed country due to the economic region and living standard, higher standard of living. That's why. And beside that, there is the other facility like the research facility, the infrastructure of the research is better in those countries. So what is the main aim? So bring the Indian origin faculty could encourage to take the student more associate and even the supervised degree. Okay. So this could lead the genuine transfer of the knowledge, innovation, and also this non-resident Indians is staying in the India because they have the Indian culture, they have the association with the India. If they will come, they will find association, so they can stay here. This is the main aim. Further, this editorial is talking that already we have one of the scheme that is going on for the bringing the foreigners to the India. It is the VAJ scheme, that is the Visiting Advanced Joint Research Faculty scheme. And one difference with this Abhinav is that the Abhinav is talking about the Indian origin, but here beside Indian origin, anyone from the foreign research university, they can come and they can stay. But the duration is duration is not 3 years, but duration is the only 1 year. So this is the difference. And now till now we have the 70 international faculty that they have they spent time into the India. This has been the achievement. But still there is the concern with respect to effectiveness because we have not achieved any breakthrough in the research or the new technology. So what it is giving the suggestion way forward? There should be the clarity on what Indian hopes to gain by the specifically focusing on the Indian diaspora. So brain drain where the talented researchers went abroad for want of this opportunity. So will they come for the shorter period of the time if you will not provide the infrastructure and the facility to research here? So this is talking that it should be the very specific focusing on the what is the need. The need is to improve the infrastructure. That's why you can improve for the you can retain them for the longer period of the time. Other thing is that the our main thought is that the we are trying to retain them with the ethanol nationalistic affinity. But will it be possible without the providing the proper amenity and the infrastructure? This is all about. What in India the research is facing is the funding for the basic research is lacking and lack of the participation from the private companies. So these are the area where we need to work. But the hope is that in the American and European university there is the huge competition. So those who will not find the opportunity, they will come to the India. So this is the thought, but still it is talking that yes, we need to improve the infrastructure. Next editorial is with respect to the what is going in the Andhra Pradesh. There was the huge protest of the Anganwadi workers to improve their allowance and their salaries and their other benefits. But the government initially it was very much resisting to accept all the demand. But the latter, when they find that yes, they are not ready to withdraw their protest, so they accepted everything except one demand. So even the government tried to break this protest by this Essential Service Maintenance Act, and they tried to arrest many of them, but later they persisted, and after that they got the benefits. So here it is talking about the what are the area where these workers are working. They are working in a very crucial area. Like they bring children to the centers, they provide them meals, they take care of the toddlers and feeding them, teaching them, and beside that they also make awareness with the family planning. Okay, family planning is there. So that's why their role is very huge. They can impact the productivity of India in the future if they can provide these children a proper care. It can also improve our the demographic dividends in a very much healthy manner. So because they are working in the areas such as the providing the meals and feeding them at the very initial stage of their growth. So that's why. So Government should understand how they are crucial to connect with the people and deliver their services and schemes to the people. Next important news is with respect to this opposition's role in the parliament. So here it is mentioned that the opposition has a very crucial role to bring this debate, discussion and the act in a very constructive manner. So here it has provided that in the context of the recently we saw that there was the suspension of 19 MP from the Lok Sabha and 46 MP from the Rajya Sabha. So total it was around 141. So it was around the 25% of the their representation account for the 25% of the Indian population. Okay, so that's why that's much representation, and this is why the first time in the history that that much MPs were suspended. Just exceptional case was in the 1990s of 1975-76 when the emergency was imposed. So even in the Atal Bihari Vajpayee's words, this opposition play a very important role in the, they have the collaborative role in the governance because they cooperate. They also try to rectify whenever there is any deviation, any of the mistake by the government. And they also, the criticism is always good, crucial. And this it has provided the data from the different participation from the different opposition leaders such as the Sasi Tharoor. He has the 94% attendance and he introduced many of the private member bill. So you should know what is the private member bill. Private member bill is introduced by the any member except the executive, that is the minister. Means let's see. Even the question comes that even the if a member from the BJP that is in the government, so if a member MP from the BJP introduce the bill, will it be called as the private member bill? Yes, it will be called if he is not the minister, not the minister. Only minister if introduce any bill, even it is from the opposition party. Even this minister is from the opposition party, if it will introduce any bill, that bill will be known as the government bill. But any MP, if it is not under the ministry, that will be called as the private member bill. So even the BJP member, if it is in the government and government is of the BJP, but the member is not minister, if he will introduce, then this will be known as the private member bill. So you should be clear. Other it has provided a lot of example like the S. Joti Money. C has provided a very constructive debate. We see. So lot of other example has been provided with the with respect to the Manoj Kumar Jha. He has also given so much constructive inputs during the debate. So all this you should know. Just it is all about that the role, the importance of the opposition member into the legislation. Other important news that we will take with respect to this lack of the snowfall, there is the reduced snowfall in the mountain area and it is in the case of the Kashmir. But overall mountainous area, we have seen that there has been the reduced snowfall. So what is the reason? The main reason that is talking is the impact of the western disturbance. So this western disturbance, it means, do you know what is the western disturbance? Western disturbance is associated with the wind pattern that has origin in the Mediterranean Sea, and after that they blow through the this Iran and Pakistan. They enter into the India and they bring the moisture in their path, and there is the snowfall or the rainfall in the western part of the India. So this is the western disturbance. This takes place in the winter season and they are not part of the monsoons. They are the they are the separate. So this is the mechanism. So they generally helps in the snowfall, because whenever they bring the moisture and the temperature is below very low level, that's provide the condition for the snowfall. But this has reduced, as it has find that generally it is 5 to 7 western disturbance in the December and January. But recently we have seen that even it has reduced to the number of the two in the this month. The second thing is that there has been the impact of the El Nino. So what is the El Nino? El Nino is the pressure condition of the wind. Whenever there is it is associated with the Western Pacific near the Peru. If the generally the cold ocean current flows there, but in the case of the some of the year, this cold current will be replaced by the warm current, and this will create the condition where the pressure will be low high at there will be the change in the pressure, and the pressure difference will gradient will create the weak condition for the rainfall into the India. So you will study all this in the geography, that how the pressure condition change, pressure gradient change, and that's why the moisture content, as the pressure condition is low, gradient is not that much spike, so the flow of air will not bring the that much moisture, and there is the low precipitation and the rainfall. The third condition that is impacting this is the jet stream. So what is the jet stream? Again, this is the part of geography. The jet stream, they are the very powerful winds, and the speed goes to the 250 to the 350 kilometer per hour. Even this bullet train has the speed of 200 kilometers, something like that. So even it is the speed of this winds are more than this bullet train, and they travel above the around the 12 kilometer above the mean sea level. Even this highest mountain, this Everest, has the 8 kilometer, but it is even above that. So this impact the moisture condition and the movement of the western disturbance. And whenever there, it has found that it is shifting towards the Arctic, and northern shift has been taken place, and that's why it is impacting the snowfall pattern as well. So you should know this thing. Next important news that we will take is with respect to this movie, this Anpurni movie that is in the debate. And there was a scene where these girls that belong from a priestly class, she is cooking the non-veg, and this was being protested by the community. But she wanted to feel that there is the emotional attachment with the cooking, and also there is the statement in this movie that there is in the religion there is no mention that you shouldn't eat the non-veg. So it has become the a protesting point for the right-wing organization. They have protested, and that's why it has been the withdrawal. The scene has been cut, despite it was allowed by the our film board, film certification board, but due to this protest, so this article is talking that this central board of the film certification that first provided the certificate, there was no issue, but due to the protest, there has been this scene has been cut, and now, so this is talking this picture has a scene of a temple, and this temple has the uniqueness that here there is the deity, the idol consort of that main deity in this temple. She belonged from the Muslims. She was the daughter of the Malik Kafur, and Malik Kafur was the general of the Sultan Alauddin Khalji. So when he attacked this temple, so it also take away these idols, and this woman, the daughter of this Malik Kafur, she was fell into the love with this idol, the devotion with this idol, and she came back again. Okay, so this idol was taken away. After that, these Vaishnavites, they took back this idol from the Malik Kafur, from the this Sultanate. And okay, so when they took back, this daughter of Malik Kafur, she was fell in the love with this deity. She came back again to the this temple, and she wanted this idol, but she didn't able to get that. After that, she stayed at the this gate of this temple, and she died away. After that, the people start worshipping this daughter as well. And yes, so this is the only deity from the Muslim community that is associated with the temple. So her name was the Tulluka Nachiyar. Okay, so here it is discussed that how the we are not able to tolerate the artistic expression. Whenever there is the scene that shows that the girl is from the Hindu community and man is from the Muslim community, they always promoted it as the love jihad. So this has been seen, and this is not giving the freedom to the directors and the artists to bring with the new story, new ideas. Okay. So yes, there was the some of the example has been provided where there has been the protest, like the in one of the pictures in the Pathan, the actress Deepika Padukone, she has the saffron bikini. So it was protested because the color of this. Even in the Oppenheimer, there was a scene where it was the intimate scene, and here the actor, the leading role, the scientist was reading the verses from the Gita, Bhagavad Gita. So it was also opposed that in such a situation you cannot show this thing. So yes, this is all about, and later it has talking again. It is talking about the there is if you are talking about the whenever there is the debate on the this why you show such scene, so always it comes that why you are giving the scene from the particular one religion, why you are not showing the scene from the other religion. So there has been the scene from the other religions as well, and it has been the protested. For example, it has given few of the example from the movies. Okay, and it has also brought that whenever these things that shows that yes, there was the no religious ground, it was the personal choice, such as the Bade Gulam Ali Khan. Whenever he started his singing, he started with the praise of the goddess Saraswati, or the Ustad Vilayat Khan. So he always go with the Rag Bhairavi. And the famous song of this Muhammad Rafi was the Man Tarpan Hari Darsan Ko Aaj. So this is not to take away, this had nothing to do with the religion. This is the individual choice, and this is the tolerance, this is the respect for the mutual culture. So all this thing has been discussed in this article. So here it is all about. Next important news that we will take with respect to the impact of this Red Sea attack by the Houthis on the ships. We have seen that there has been a decrease in the export of the rice and maritime products from the India. So it will impact this inflation, as well as there could be the inflation, as well as there could be the trade deficit if we will continue, if this attack will continue. This will impact the profitability, as well as due to the route that we now have to take from this Cape of Good Hope to these countries of North America. So it will increase the distance, that way it will increase the duration, as well as the competitiveness of Indian product. Beside that, it will also increase the insurance charges. So overall, it is the consumer who have to pay. One more important data that has been provided, that 95% of the Indians goods trade volume are by the sea. So if there is the 10 quintal of 10 10 kg, 10 quintals of the product that is being traded, 95 quintal is by the sea, only 5 quintal is by the road transport or the other transportation. So this is all about for the today's session. We will try to conclude our session here. I will try to conclude, and we will meet again for our next session tomorrow. Thank you for joining the session. All the best. Jai Hind.